Sometimes I think we make life way too complicated. I believe life is like a line. On either end of that line is a polar opposite. On the one hand, you have the devil. On the other hand, you have Jesus. Your poles here are basically love or hate. And I don't like to give the devil a lot of credit, right? But there's one thing I got to give him credit for. He is good at what he does, and what he does is temptation. He seems to know how to hit us where we're weak, and he'll dangle something in front of us, and before long we take notice. And he starts to dangle this thing in front of us, we're feeling weak, and we start running toward it. But notice what happens to my body when I turn toward him. In order to turn toward him, I need to turn my back on Jesus. That's what happens when we're tempted. And so we're rushing headlong to our destruction when we hear that still small voice of Jesus, and he says, "Don't do it, David. It'll harm you. I have something better for you. I love you." And in that moment, we turn around. That turnaround right there, that's called repentance. That's called repentance. And folks, if your life is a line, and I do believe it is, then repentance is your lifeline. Turn your back on the stuff that's hurting you and turn toward him.